As the video you just watched portrayed, recently in Central Park, in the heart of New York City, no less, the city that has the largest Jewish population in the world outside of Israel, there was an anti-Zionist rally. Of course, the usual symbolism was used, as you saw, the burning of Israeli flags. The same old hateful slogans were heard. But the caption with the video said something interesting. It said, finally, not only Zionists are beginning to address this. Anyone who asks the question, how in the world is this happening, realizes in their hearts and minds there is no logical answer. But there is an answer, maybe not logical, but the Torah blatantly spoke directly to this point. When the wicked prophet of the nations, his name was Balaam, prophesied concerning the Jewish people something really unusual in Numbers 23:9. He said, from the top of the rocks I see him, being Jacob and the Jewish people, and from the hills I behold him. There, he said, a people dwelling alone, not reckoning itself among the nations. That has continued since that day. The Jewish people have never been reckoned among the nations. This is the only explanation that makes any sense, and why since the birth of the Jewish people we have seen this hatred play out time and time again. Why? Because they were chosen specifically to fulfill a task in God's plan of redemption for the world. And they continue to do so today. We've seen unwarranted hatred first in Egypt, then it continued in the countries along Israel's journey through the wilderness, Edom, Moab, Amalek, to name a few. It continued later after Israel was established in the land that God promised them, from Assyria, Babylonia, Persia, Rome, and then even later in Christian Europe for the last 1800 years, culminating only 80 years ago as 6 million Jews were the focus of a real genocide by the German leader Hitler. Here we are in 2026, only one generation after the Holocaust. But it seems the whole world has succumbed to the unwarranted hatred of the Jews. What is new now is the land of Israel is again the Jewish homeland. So thus we have anti-Zionism. Anybody who cares about Israel, the Jewish people, or the land. This hatred includes the land of Israel, Jerusalem, its capital. That means today 2 out of the 4 witnesses of God, the creator of heaven and earth, are currently under an illogical attack. The Jews in Jerusalem first points to the next 2 phases, which will include God's word, as we've seen during the Holocaust, where they burned the Jewish Bibles, not only then, but for the past 2,000 years. But it also includes not only God's word, but then lastly, it includes all the peoples from among the nations who have left idolatry in one form or the other and began to worship the God of Israel, the creator of the heavens and the earth. Islam began this 1,500 years ago in its inception. It said we are going to first attack the Jews, the Sabbath keepers. And then next is the Sunday keepers, the Christians. And so it's no wonder that we're seeing this today as we see the Islamification of the whole world. And God has given a mission to Ambassadors for Israel, a purpose that's very important. And that is to unite Christians and the Jewish people, to come together, to work together for a common purpose. That purpose is so important and necessary for all of us. And so please follow us and join us in this godly and purposeful mission that we have.